Hey everyone, it's Greg. This is the second episode of this vlog. I will try to keep it shorter and have more pertinent information. Try not to ramble on and get off topic as I did last episode. Last episode was pretty much a rough draft and kind of a spur of the moment thing I decided I wanted to do. So apologies for how that was. Um, anyway, let's get started. So I'm now in my third week of being at the university I'm at. I will say that it's definitely been an adjustment. I think a big important thing is to be really conscious of your kind of mental health. And I'm sure the longer, for someone that's only been in for maybe a couple years, I'm sure adjustment might be a little bit easier, especially if they're 18, coming out of the military at 20, 21, 22, and coming into college, they're going to maybe have a little bit of a better time adjusting. But so I'm 28 years old. A lot of my classmates, like we've cracked jokes about it already, but they've made we've like joked around like how much older I really am than a lot of them. Like when I graduated high school, a lot of them were probably in second grade, I believe, like second, third grade. So just be ready for that shock. I would definitely recommend trying to get out of the apartment or get out of your place or wherever you're staying. Just try and get involved in student activities. I know I said that last time, but that's something I've been doing a little bit more. That definitely helps get you, because honestly, like especially in a big university, if you want to be alone, then that's too easy. Like everyone's so into what they're doing, then you can easily find yourself just being a ghost throughout campus. For me personally, that's not a great thing because I have a habit of doing that, like just kind of being introverted, and that can, yeah, it's not really healthy for especially right now. I recommend like finding a community, even if it's not a veterans group, which I still haven't visited. I ghosted them again. I RSVP'd to do a tailgate and I didn't show up. I don't know why. I think I just chickened out. So quick tip that I found out recently, that you can actually apply for FAFSA. That's FASFA. Just Google that. That's federal financial aid. You can actually sign up for that, which is it's like the Pell Grant. It's a grant. You don't have to pay it back. So if you apply for that, while you're using your GI Bill, let's say the GI Bill already covered your tuition bill, then that FAFSA money will go straight. Let me break this down. So when the GI Bill pays your tuition, normally financial aid, if they overpay your classes, like they give you a certain amount of money to pay tuition, and they end up overpaying you by like $1,000, that money gets refunded back into your bank account for like books and supplies and whatnot. So say you get a financial aid grant, Pell Grant of $5,000, and then you use your GI Bill. If your GI Bill has already covered your tuition and you use your financial aid, your Pell Grant, then that's, let's say, $5,000, that's just coming into your bank account because your stuff's already paid. So technically they're overpaying you $5,000. So that's just an example. But I didn't find that out. It was a happy mistake for me. And I talked to a couple other veterans that I started getting to know in class, and they didn't know that either. So definitely something to look into if you're starting college. Apply for the Pell Grant, FAFSA, FAFSA, I think .gov, and just make sure you register for that, and then go through your school that way. Definitely get in touch with your financial aid office, and your my school at least has an office for veterans. Other than that, that's like my big golden nugget for today's episode. I can't really think of anything more, except if you're older, I would say understand the value of getting to know people in high places that may be more around your age. Maybe because I'm older, I've managed to get on a pretty good familiar basis with not only my professors and my teachers, but let's say with like the people who work in this complex. Like there's so many like 18-year-olds out here trying to get alcohol, getting drunk, doing dumb shit. I've gotten to know them, and I just kind of broke it down to them because I very much stick out at this complex. I broke it down to them very honestly. It was like, yeah, I just got out of the military, this, that, and the other. And after getting to know them for a while and not doing dumb shit, they've just kind of left me alone. Because at this place they do like room checks, and they do like, make sure kids don't have alcohol in their room, which I can have alcohol in my room because technically the lease agreement states all alcohol consumption will abide by local, state, and federal policy, so I can drink. So they just don't mess with me because I don't cause problems. I've gotten to know them, and they know that I'm older and I'm just not here to do dumb shit. So definitely, I wouldn't say take advantage of that trust. Don't like in a bad way, but I will say if you kind of lay out who you are and your background a little bit, for a lot of people that kind of gives them more of an inclination to not give you as much of a hard time. Other than that, I really don't have much. So main points of the day, check out FAFSA and don't isolate yourself. Get involved with organizations and get to know the people that kind of facilitate not only where you live but where you go to class and these kind of things, because it can really help you out in the long run. Side note on joining organizations, don't try and load yourself with so much that you're going to throw yourself off from your classes. See, I have a problem with procrastinating, and I pretty much just told myself, like, if it's due tomorrow, it's due today. If it's due today, then it's late. And I try to keep that mentality, and that's really helped me keep up with my classes. Like, I just don't. I've stopped allowing myself to do anything the day that it's due. So, but yeah. So that's it for episode 2. Next week I'll be back with a little update and try and come up with more useful tips and such. So, signing off. Thanks, guys.